In a magical forest, where sunlight dances through the leaves and adventure awaits at every turn, live two very different friends, a clever fox and a graceful cat. Together, they will face danger, learn new lessons, and discover the true power of friendship. Come along, dear friends, as we journey into the enchanting tale of the fox and the cat. Once upon a time, in a deep and magical forest, lived a clever fox and a graceful cat. The fox was known for his brilliant ideas and clever tricks. The cat was admired for her quick paws and smooth, silent jumps. Even though they were very different, they were the best of friends. Every day, they explored the vast forest together, finding new wonders. Their adventures always brought excitement, laughter, and joy. One bright morning, golden sunlight peeked through the leafy treetops. The fox stretched, yawning as the fresh forest breeze brushed his fur. The cat batted at a fluttering butterfly, purring in delight. "It's the perfect day for adventure," said the fox happily. The cat nodded, her green eyes twinkling with excitement. Together, they set off along their favorite forest path. As they walked deeper into the woods, a sudden snap echoed nearby. The cat's ears shot up, and she froze on the spot. What was that? She whispered nervously, her tail twitching. The fox's eyes gleamed with curiosity as he tilted his head. "Let us find out," he said, stepping quietly forward. The cat hesitated but soon followed her brave friend. Through bushes, they peeked into a clearing bathed in sunlight. To their shock, several hunters were setting dangerous traps. Metal jaws gleamed, ropes hung from trees, and nets lay ready. The cat gasped softly, her heart pounding with fear. "This is dangerous," she whispered, eyes wide with worry. The fox frowned seriously, already thinking of a plan. "Don't be scared," said the fox with a confident smile. "I know how to get us through safely." He crouched low, demonstrating silent, careful steps. "Follow exactly where I go," he instructed calmly. The cat nodded, determined to trust her friend's wisdom. They began moving like shadows through the forest. The fox led them beneath bushes and behind thick tree trunks. "Always stay low," he whispered, eyes scanning the area. The cat followed, mimicking his silent, graceful steps. Leaves rustled softly beneath their paws as they crept. The cat felt nervous but proud of learning so quickly. Step by step, she was becoming braver and smarter. Soon, they came across a rope stretched between two trees. The fox paused, pointing his tail toward the danger. "Step over it carefully," he advised in a whisper. The cat leapt gracefully over the rope with ease. Next, they spotted a shiny metal trap on the ground. "Never step on shiny things," warned the clever fox. A few steps later, the cat's sharp eyes caught a danger above. "Stop!" she hissed urgently, pointing upward with her paw. The fox looked up and saw a net waiting to drop. "Good catch," he whispered with a proud smile. Together, they crawled safely beneath the hidden trap. The cat's confidence grew. She was learning fast. Suddenly, a twig snapped under the fox's paw. One of the hunters turned and shouted loudly, "Over there!" Footsteps thundered as the hunters gave chase. "Run!" cried the fox, springing forward through the trees. The cat bolted after him, her heart racing wildly. Branches whipped past as they fled for their lives. The forest suddenly ended at a towering cliff edge. Below, a raging river roared far beneath them. The cat skidded to a stop, eyes wide in terror. "What do we do?" she cried desperately. The fox glanced around, thinking quickly under pressure. Behind them, the hunter's footsteps grew louder. "Quick! said the fox, spotting a narrow ledge halfway down. Jump onto that ledge and hide while I distract them. The cat trembled, staring at the tiny, rocky space. I can't, she whispered, fear clutching her chest. The fox gently touched her shoulder and said, You can. His words gave her a spark of courage. Taking a deep breath, the cat gathered all her strength. She sprang onto the narrow ledge, claws gripping tight. The fox smiled proudly and gave her a nod. Stay still and trust me, he whispered firmly. Then, without another word, he dashed into the open. The cat crouched low, heart pounding like a drum. The fox barked loudly, leaping into the hunter's view. Here I am, you slowpokes! He teased fearlessly. The hunters yelled and charged after him at once. He zigzagged between trees, staying just out of reach. Catch me if you can! He shouted with a laugh. The hunters chased him deeper into the woods. Through bushes and streams, the fox led them on a wild chase. He doubled back, vanished in shadows, then reappeared elsewhere. Every trick in his clever mind kept them confused. Finally, panting and frustrated, the hunters gave up. This fox is impossible to catch, one muttered angrily. They turned and trudged back to their camp. When silence returned, the cat slowly climbed back up. Her paws shook, but she felt incredibly proud. Fox! She called softly, scanning the trees. A rustling answered her, and there he was safe. She ran to him and hugged him tightly. I was so worried about you, she said. The fox grinned, tail wagging with happiness. And I was proud of you, my brave friend. The cat blushed beneath her fur, feeling warm inside. You were amazing, distracting them like that, she said. And you were fearless, jumping onto that ledge, he replied. Together, they laughed, relieved to be safe again. As they walked home, the fox shared one last tip. Brains and bravery make the perfect team, he said. The cat nodded, adding her own lesson. Carefulness is just as important as speed, she said wisely. They both giggled, learning from each other's strengths. Their friendship felt stronger than ever before. That evening, they sat on a grassy hilltop. The setting sun painted the sky in pink and gold. Promise we'll always look out for each other, said the cat. Forever friends, said the fox, shaking her paw. They smiled, knowing they truly meant it. Their bond would last through any challenge. News of their adventure spread through the forest quickly. Birds sang songs of their bravery to the skies. Rabbits whispered their story in underground burrows. The fox and cat are heroes. The animals cheered. The duo blushed but felt proud of their teamwork. They had inspired the whole forest community. From then on, they explored with even greater confidence. They found sparkling waterfalls and secret caves together. They danced under fields of glowing fireflies at night. Every new challenge they faced made them stronger. They always remembered how they outwitted the hunters. Their adventures were just beginning. Younger animals often came to them for advice. Be brave, but also be wise, said the fox kindly. Always trust your instincts, added the cat with a smile. The little ones listened eagerly, eyes wide with awe. Their story became the forest's favorite bedtime tale. It inspired courage and friendship in everyone. One rainy day, a river overflowed dangerously. The fox slipped on wet rocks, nearly falling in. The cat grabbed his scruff and pulled him back. See, she teased gently, now I've saved you. They laughed, realizing they balanced each other perfectly. No danger could defeat their teamwork. Seasons changed, but their bond only grew. The fox became wiser, and the cat became faster. They were known as protectors of the magical forest. Their friendship was as magical as the place they lived. Together, they brought hope to every creature around. And they loved each other like family. One night, the fox looked at the stars. "We started as teacher and student," he said softly. "Now, we're equals," purred the cat warmly. "Because we believed in each other." They realized that was the greatest lesson of all. True friendship makes anything possible. And so, in their beautiful, magical forest, they lived on. Side by side, they faced every adventure with joy. They were never afraid, for they had each other. Their friendship shone brighter than the stars above. The fox and the cat were forever friends. And they lived happily ever after. And so, in their beautiful, magical forest, the fox and the cat lived happily ever after. They had learned that courage, cleverness, and kindness make the strongest bond of all. Remember, little ones, true friends may be different, but together, they can overcome anything. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Until next time, keep believing in friendship and magic.